To negotiate the complicated world of human interactions, define and stay true to yourself. Consider yourself the center of your emotional solar system. This attitude is magnetic self-confidence, not arrogance. Instead of begging for attention, your brilliance attracts it. People gravitate toward you as planets do to stars. The heavenly metaphor emphasizes keeping loyal to oneself, particularly in cardiac issues. Patience, devotion, and care are important in relationships. The capacity to convey significant sentiments. However, for this link to be meaningful and joyful, you must be faithful to your core. Like the moon circling the earth, attracted by its gravity, your genuineness and confidence become a strong magnet for those around you. Genuine partnerships grow when each person cherishes and respects their own uniqueness, as well as those of others. By accepting this fact, you encourage authentic and deep love, free from artificial expectations and unneeded pleas. Stay persistent on this route, whether you are alone or with someone, and you'll discover that real connection is drawn, not hunted. In this video, we'll go on a wonderful voyage through the roads of love, sketching inspiration from the wisdom of Stoicism to demonstrate how the desire of personal relationships may change into a joyful dance of trust, self-worth, and, most all, deep self-knowledge. We'll explore the frontiers of personal growth, where every decision we make not only has inherent significance, but also carves the root of our life, molding who we are and who we may become. Just as the stars in the night sky develop and shine more fiercely, we too have the capacity to evolve and become the brightest versions of ourselves. This shift not only benefits us personally, but also helps us to attract and keep healthy and rewarding partnerships. Before we go into this intriguing subject, I'd like to ask you to view this video till the finish. Every minute of this inquiry has its importance, offering discoveries that could clarify your path. And don't forget, remain resilient, retain your focus on your improvement, and of course exhibit your support by hitting the like button and subscribing to the channel for more stuff like this. Together, we will explore how honesty and self-awareness are keys to a world of deeper and more meaningful connections. We are living in an age distinguished by technological growth and the presence of social media, an age that, ironically, has extended our detachment from the concrete and tangible world. Direct human connection, so crucial for creating meaningful ties, has suffered increasing problems, making the process of developing meaningful and real connections much more hard. In this situation, the precepts of Stoicism, an ancient philosophy centered on morality, knowledge, and emotional control, re-emerge as a crucial compass. While Stoicism doesn't expressly address romantic relationships, the concepts of this theory may give essential advice for recognizing and interpreting the patterns that impact our romantic decisions. In today's video, we will examine how Stoic knowledge might illuminate the path to a better understanding of our relationships and preferences in love. Learning to recognize and understand the trends that determine our choice of mates is a vital step towards self-awareness and, therefore, to obtaining a meaningful and completed life. By identifying the patterns that control our relationships and decisions, we become more capable of making conscious choices linked with our genuine life objectives. This path of self-awareness and reflection is an opportunity for every one of us to grow a greater awareness of ourselves and the world around us, therefore permitting the construction of more real and rewarding relationships. In this scenario, it is essential to employ a rational approach, rather than a totally emotive one, in the hunt for someone who connects with you on a fundamental level. This requires challenging and deconstructing the romantic concept of love at first sight, an idea frequently perpetuated by romantic novels and movies, where love is commonly represented as a sudden and strongly emotional experience, frequently connected to physical attraction or a mystery chemistry. It is vital not to be misled by this delusion. Real love is not a phenomena that spontaneously develops from nowhere, nor is it a sparkling item discovered by accident and held to like a treasure. Rather, it resembles a garden that demands attention and meticulous cultivation. Love needs continual work, steady devotion, patience, time, and above all, reciprocal trust. This insight underlines why real love can be so terribly terrible when destroyed, particularly in circumstances of treachery. It is crucial to learn to discern between true love, obsession, and simple physical attraction. Confusing these notions may lead to toxic and unhealthy relationships, causing the
process of emotional disentanglement is exceedingly tough job. Therefore, it is necessary to approach partnerships with a balanced blend of reason and emotion. Recognizing that love is a slow process, an investment of time and emotional energy, may help us build deeper and more meaningful friendships. By perceiving love as a garden needing ongoing care and attention, we may nurture strong and lasting connections. Confusing real love with obsession or just physical desire may result in deep and permanent emotional trauma. This fact is more painful when individuals find themselves enmeshed in this web of murky sensations for years on end, perhaps even a lifetime. At the center of real love, in its purest and most genuine form, is the capacity to comprehend, commit to, and cherish the character and substance of the other. True love entails recognizing and cherishing not just who your mate is at the present moment, but also who they are becoming over time. This is the fundamental nature of a relationship influenced by Stoic ideals, as well as any good love connection. In a Stoic relationship, the focus is on creating a partnership based on mutual understanding, respect, and shared advancement. It's vital to realize that your emotional well-being and happiness are tied to the connections you choose to cultivate and build. Choosing partners who have similar beliefs, encourage your own development, and commit to constructing a future together is crucial to developing a healthy and enduring love partnership. Therefore, while seeking real love, it's necessary to go beyond physical attraction or an instant emotional bond. Seek deeper and permanent traits such as honesty, compassion, resilience, and a desire to develop together. These are the underpinnings of a love that not only endures, but flourishes throughout time. If you've made it this far, don't forget to leave your remark, and if you're enjoying it, subscribe. Let's continue reflecting on love, as we've already talked in the framework of friendship, finds appropriate applicability in love relationships as well. It's vital to repeat that love isn't simply restricted to a bond with your spouse, but should also embrace self-love. The purest core of real love is loving the other person with the same respect and consideration you have for yourself. And reciprocally, it's anticipated that the other person demonstrates the same amount of love and respect. In Stoicism, this reciprocity is regarded as the habit of repaying the good we get, behaving with fairness and charity. This notion is regarded a vital attribute for living in society. Stoics espouse the belief that all human beings are components of a broader society, and that thus, we should always behave with mutual advantage in mind. This idea of reciprocity is particularly significant in any sort of interaction, whether romantic or platonic. In a strong love relationship, this reciprocity emerges in how each person dedicates themselves to the other's well-being, respecting their needs and aspirations, and offering support and affection. It's a perpetual give and take, where both parties equally try to develop and strengthen the connection. Thus, in the arena of romantic love, Stoicism teaches us to achieve a balance between self-love and affection for the other live happily. This requires caring for oneself and the spouse with equal dedication and compassion, establishing a connection where generosity, respect, and understanding are mutual. By nurturing these values, we deepen the connections of love and contribute to a greater sympathetic and unified society. Therefore, reciprocity is a means of showing thanks and recognition for what we get from others, creating peace and collaboration among individuals. While this notion is wide, It is also highly pertinent to the lives of a relationship. By practicing reciprocity, we convey our thanks and recognition for the other person, reinforcing the relationships that are extremely crucial for life as a couple, or even to win over someone who fascinates us. When going on the path of a relationship, it is necessary to ensure that it is helpful and respectable for both you and your spouse. Fundamentally, one should not invest more in someone than they are prepared to invest in you. Preserving self-respect, respecting oneself, and the capacity to realize when it's time to move on are critical parts of sustaining emotional integrity and heart health, even if the procedure required is unpleasant. It's crucial to bear in mind that if you find yourself dissatisfied with your partner's activities continuing to inflict pain, even after efforts at communication and seeking change, that pain may linger eternally. In this process, you run the danger of losing your own esteem and the glow that identifies who you are. The problem becomes much more important when these activities impair your self-esteem and
emotional well-being. Therefore, it is crucial to love and respect oneself first. Knowing your value and being aware of your needs and limitations are key stages for any good connection. Learning to terminate a relationship when required is a kind of self-care and self-respect. It is a knowledge that you deserve to be in a relationship that is reciprocal, respectful, very rewarding. Having the fortitude to walk away from a circumstance that does not provide you pleasure or progress is an act of inner power. By liking and respecting yourself, you set the norm for how you desire to be treated by others. Remember that you deserve a relationship that gives not only love, but also respect, understanding, and a shared commitment to progress and pleasure. It's vital to remember that time has an exceptional power to heal profound wounds. While scars may remain, the harm is not forever. A fundamental reality to accept is that we don't have the capacity to influence others. Our scope of influence is confined to us. Trying to encourage change in someone who is not eager or equipped to accomplish it, travel on their own, is a useless endeavor. If you find yourself in such a predicament, the principles of Stoicism provide a vital path. This ideology instructs us to concentrate on what is within our ability to alter, to confront problems head-on, with our heads held high, and to leave behind what no longer contributes to our satisfaction. Recognize that you are stronger than your ephemeral feelings, and that you have the capacity to select how to respond to an ending. Choose to remain steady, learn from the experience, and move on your path with more insight and resilience. When it comes to picking a life mate, a typical error is to attach too much emphasis on physical appearance. Indeed, physical attraction is a crucial part of relationships, a natural and vital component in the continuance of our species. However, it is only one component of the intricate relational jigsaw. Physical appearance may be what first pulls us to someone, but it is not what sustains a long-term partnership. For a more accurate decision, it is necessary to examine additional criteria, such as similar values, life objectives, emotional and intellectual compatibility, and the potential to develop together. Look for someone that not only inspires physical attraction, but also connects with you on deeper layers. An ideal spouse is someone who complements your life, supports your ambitions and objectives. He handles obstacles with you with compassion and tolerance. Therefore, while finding a life companion, remember to look beyond the facade and examine what actually counts for a successful and satisfying connection. Seek someone who is not only a love partner, but also a friend, a confidant, and a buddy on your life's path. If you are enjoying this, don't miss the chance. Buy the ebook today. Stoicism in the 21st Century, Ancient Strategies for Modern Challenges, and uncover your success, riches, and enhance your relationships with this ebook. Link in the pinned remark. Physical beauty, although a cherished and sometimes lauded characteristic, is in reality transitory and should not be the key consideration in selecting a life mate. Over time, youth and physical beauty ultimately diminish, and it is then that inner beauty, personality, and genuine values become significantly more precious. These are the components that build the basis for a sustainable and healthy relationship. As discussed previously, if a relationship is centered only on outward appearance, there is a high likelihood that, over time, concerns and misgivings regarding the durability of the connection will emerge. Therefore, it is necessary to seek a relationship that extends beyond the surface, one that can persist and stay strong and vital despite the years and the changes they bring. Avoid the temptation of relentlessly chasing physical perfection, characterized by superficial and fleeting standards. Instead, concentrate on finding someone whose personality, values, and aspirations fit with yours. A really rewarding relationship is one that strengthens and expands throughout time, overcoming physical changes and the vicissitudes of life. When thinking a prospective partnership, it is important to undertake a mental exercise, visualizing how this connection could grow in the following years. Ask yourself, does this relationship have the essential basis to survive life's inevitable transformations? Is there an emotional, intellectual, and spiritual connection that may last beyond the first physical attraction? Remember that real love and a lasting connection are formed upon mutual understanding, respect, devotion, and support, traits that do not disappear with physical attractiveness. When finding a life mate, search for someone who shares these essential beliefs, someone
with whom you may develop, progress, and mature, retaining a deep and loving friendship throughout the full journey. When selecting a life companion, it is recommended to put your attention towards meeting someone. Somebody stands out for their knowledge, sensitivity, and capacity to be a great buddy. This perfect relationship is not simply a lover, but also your greatest friend, a trusted counsel, and a pillar of support amid adversity. Vital aspects, since surely we will confront obstacles in life. Look for a partner with whom you feel comfortable sharing life, someone with whom you can envisage creating a family or constructing a future together, even if the notion of having children is not in your near plans. This counsel is universal and applicable to everyone, regardless of gender. Understand that no one is flawless, and that striving for an idealized companion, like those represented in movies, may restrict your alternatives and block the doors to actual chances for happiness. It is also crucial not to overly focus on a single individual, particularly if that person does not display reciprocal interest. Often, we offer ourselves to those who do not reciprocate our sentiments or who do not appreciate us correctly. In this process, we might wind up squandering important time, and worse, compromising elements of our essence in a hopeless effort to obtain their acceptance. According to Stoic philosophy, we should learn to accept what is beyond our control. We cannot modify or compel another person's sentiments towards us. This acceptance is vital for emotional well-being and for sustaining personal dignity. Remember that there are numerous individuals in the globe. Receiving a no is not a rejection of your value as a person. It is merely an indication that that particular individual was not able to recognize what you have to give. In reality, a no might be an indicator of incompatibility that you may not understand at the time, but things, with time, you may comprehend and even be thankful for. Every event, whether pleasant or bad, gives a chance for personal development and to come closer to meeting someone who actually resonates with your beliefs and objectives. I advise you to keep determination and optimism. The world is filled with individuals who will actually recognize and appreciate who you are, your genuineness, and your potential. The chances of meeting someone suitable are, in reality, considerably greater than we generally believe. Each no you face on your trip is not a setback, but a step forward towards the yes that will positively impact your life. The Roman Emperor Marcus Aurelius, one of the most known supporters of Stoic philosophy, is a noteworthy example of this. His life and marriage were distinguished by the desire of a connection based on emotional and intellectual equality. His wife, Faustina, was noted for her courage and wisdom, highlighting the significance of discovering a companion who is in tune with your own values and objectives. The biography of Marcus Aurelius tells us that, even in ancient times, the quest for a profound and deep connection was appreciated. The hunt of a mate who has a comparable emotional and mental stature is a journey worth attempting, since it results in a fulfilling and balanced partnership. Therefore, do not be disheartened by the problems and disappointments that may happen in the looking for love. Each event is a lesson, and one more step towards finding someone who genuinely complements and enhances your life. Value yourself, be loyal to your ideals, and continue seeking for someone who not only loves who you are, but also who you are becoming. This is the core of a really stoic and profoundly satisfying relationship. The narrative of Emperor Marcus Aurelius and his wife Faustina is a noteworthy example of love from a Stoic viewpoint, a love grounded on intentional decision and reciprocal commitment. They created one of the most influential and renowned couples in Roman history, distinguishing out not merely for their rank, but for the depth of their connection. Faustina was more than the emperor's consort. She was his life companion, his equal in many respects. Their connection was defined by a genuine mutual admiration, evident in their letters and in the state judgments they made jointly. The relationship between Marcus Aurelius and Faustina reflects the ideals of Stoicism: temperance, justice, bravery, and wisdom. These qualities were obvious not just in their governmental responsibilities, but also in their personal lives. They weathered challenges together, keeping calm and reason despite political and personal crises. Marcus Aurelius, despite the trials of managing the Roman Empire and the death of numerous of his children, found vital support in his wife. Despite reports and obstacles they encountered, Marcus Aurelius maintained unflinching faith
in his wife, firmly protecting her and not allowing defamation to harm their relationship. This act of commitment and moral bravery demonstrates the Stoic concept of integrity. Love, in the Stoic perspective, is a decision and a conscious commitment. Like Marcus Aurelius and Faustina, we may learn to love in this manner, selecting our relationships not for superficial traits like attractiveness or riches, but for character, honesty, and the capacity to be a real-life companion. It's these characteristics that offer actual meaning to a relationship and that remain over time. I invite you to share your love stories in the comments and tell us how this video may have benefited you in some manner. Until our next meeting, 2519. Now playing P.